Good afternoon. Welcome in. Miss Sel, Colin, good day to you both. You're off for the weekend? Nice, nice, nice. Hey, Space Jam. Good morning to you, Chief. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael TheDarkLaw, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It is Thursday, 14th July, 22, day 57 in a row, chat. Crazy beans. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had to do some stuff, but we are here now, which is awesome. I hope everyone enjoyed last night's show. We had to sort of cancel it just purely because the PTU patch was... It was really bad. It was really, really bad. However, we did manage to get one race, which was pretty dope. Pretty dope. It was nice. We warm up. Had a lot of fun. We had a really cool situation where we managed to Days of Thunder Zero State, which was awesome. It was so cinematic as well. So cinematic. I hope everyone's well. I need to get rid of yeah, this. Yeah, I'll delete that. Actually no, we'll be probably using this another time, so I'll just keep that actually. Yeah. But welcome in, Space Jam, Colin, Miss Cell, everyone. Good day to you. Did only 7 miles today, felt a bit lazy, no max out reps either, just got the job done, ready for a great stream today. Well, hopefully we'll just get on with things. So I'm on the PTU just now, guys, because I want to quickly test out one bug that's part of the game in 3.17, and hopefully it's fixed in 3.17.2. We'll see here, which is basically if you have a ship and you fire missiles, then you land at somewhere, you rearm at that place, then store the ship and then spawn it. The weapons or the missiles don't appear, which means that because of the system where if you press rearm, you can't get your missiles back without reclaiming, because, well, the old system of missiles just sucks balls. So we're going to try out here, that's all I need to do, and then we're going to quickly jump onto live, which will be a lot of fun. But aye. Also yesterday we had a cool situation where and the game crashes. Of fucking course. To be honest, actually, I can't deal with it. We had this all last night. Like, the patch is so unstable for PTU. It's not even worth even going into it. I'll try it out next patch. It's too bad. This was why we weren't able to do the racing last night. It's literally, they put a PTU patch out that just literally crashes the desktop at anything. It's like it's got a memory leak or something like that. It's really, really bad. So, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. It's too much of a fight just to test out something. And again, like, we don't even know if it'll be fixed or not. And to be honest, even if I manage to discover that the bug is still in the game, because nobody does their fucking job at on the issue council, and if I put my name down the issue council, it just never gets upvoted for whatever fucking reason. So, it's easier just to go directly to CIG. But I'm doing it. They'll probably patch tonight, hopefully. We'll see. It's just so bad. The worst thing when you're wanting to test stuff on the PTU to try and get things fixed, and literally it won't even run. It won't even run. Oh. But hopefully we'll patch tonight, it'll get fixed, and then I still think it's gonna be next week for live now. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yeah, we had a good fight yesterday. We got a good meme out of that one as well. Whee! Hopefully I think we just need to push through until 318 comes at the end of the year. That's not a good sign. Well. So glad that was fixed. Remember all the patch notes? Oh, we've totally fixed Grim Hex elevators. Have you fucked, like? Have you fucked? Ugh, it's gonna be one of these days, guys. It's gonna be one of these days. This is the kind of stuff that makes you just not want to play Star Citizen, ever. Crashing to desktop, 30Ks, and elevators not working. Whew. They are killers, like. At least the free flight is over by tomorrow. So over tonight, dude. It's over tonight. Finishes, or no, sorry, it is the 15th, yeah. Finishes tomorrow, my bad. Oh no, thank goodness. That's over. Hopefully they'll get some patches out next week. And we'll be on live. There will be no PTU running. Again, the game just goes to absolute meh when PTU is running. And it goes even more meh. Did I literally just run over that person? Midair. What the fuck? Oh, I'm too tired for this. Too tired. At least elevators are working, that's a good thing. Yeah, they can be earned to the 25th, yeah. They can. I still need to do a few more. I need to do one more, two more with DarkLaw, and one more with Rex Lupus. I'm gonna do that over the weekend. It's just one memes to another memes, exactly, yeah. Again, just gotta keep pushing, push to 318. Once we get to 318, hopefully we'll be on new server stuff. It's going to be unstable as hell, because obviously it's going to be on PTU, but that's that, you know. Oh, wait, before I do this, I'm going to go get some food and water. And I can't wait for that. Like, I generally can't stand this primitive old system that we're on. We've had it for years now. You could probably still call it legacy, you know, with the amount of, like, bits and bobs that are from the old system to the new system to the, oh look, we're building another system because the old system or the older system doesn't work, you know. Like the moment that CIG can get to their, you know, part where like, right, this is where we're going with it, that's it finished, I'm gonna be so happy. Just perfect for flight, weapons, shields, lifts, all that jazz, servers. The moment that we actually get to the beginning part of the game, that's gonna be so much fun. And if it's so broken at that stage, then I'm like, I don't even know what I'll do, to be honest. Alright, down here. Hangar 7. We'll probably be on tomorrow. If they do a PT patch tonight, I'll be on the PT tomorrow to test out these things. And I'll see if I can get Fresh to help me out as well with the testing the if you've got a gunner on the ship, if you can rearm, reload kind of stuff. How are you doing today, Redbeard? It's one of these days, it's gonna be super slow. Ooh. Super slow. Oh. If it wasn't trying to do these a stream every day, no joke, I would have. This definitely wouldn't have been a day to stream. This is a get stuff done around the house kind of day. That is for sure. But we'll see, we'll see. We'll see. I've definitely been enjoying bending the radar down a little bit on the arrow. It does massively help with focusing on what's in front of you and what's coming behind. Giggity. Kinky, kinky. I actually need to check the roadmap. I've not looked at the roadmap in a very long time. To see what is meant to be coming for 318. I know the cargo refactor and all that stuff is meant to be there, but I got a question to ask. How long do you know Fresh? Well, funny enough, I'm waiting for Fresh to come online because Fresh. Let me just get the warp in. Fresh today. Where's QQP stuff? Fresh has today is Fresh's QQP anniversary day, which means if I check it out. Which means, chat, if I go to notes and I go to QQP and I go to membership and I go to Fresh as Alice, which I can't do on this PC right now because it's shut down, so let me just quickly go here, bring it up. Fresh today, because we keep a little bit of details on membership. Fresh is now 3 years of service in the organization, which is crazy. He joined in 2019, and he's been definitely one of the strongest assets we've ever had in the organization. A bit of a twat, but everyone in the organization is pretty much a twat. So yeah, today actually marks 3 years since he joined us, which is awesome. Battlestar, probably the longest one. I think he's up to 7 years now. 7 years in QQP, which is pretty good. All the originals of QQP that came from like EVE Online are all gone, all that jazz. So yeah, we pretty much, I would say, like, it's myself. Jack is also 7 years as well. However, Jack would be a lot longer. He's been kicked out of the org twice. But that's because when he joined, he was like 12 years old. And he was just a little tit at that time, you know. Hey, Tough. How you doing, Chief? We had a great chat last night with Fresh. Nice, nice. Yeah, I need to get the follow-up from Fresh. Fresh is helping with recruitment right now. And just like that. But we've got 2 members I need to get the follow-up. Obviously, Colin in chat has applied to join QQOP as a gunner, I believe, but obviously we will train as fighter pilot as well, but obviously it won't be a high priority kind of thing. And we have Spitjaw as well, who is going to be another flyboy, which will be awesome, because if the feedback I get is good, that means that Spit can pretty much, in 3.17, take over our sort of emptiness on the, well, not emptiness, but a light flyboy. And it means that myself, and obviously if it works out, Colin and Greg can get a manned Redeemer up and running, which would be on site all the time. A little bit of FPS as well, so we'll see how that turns out. Obviously I need to wait for Fresh's feedback, because Fresh has been helping with recruitment. Just basically putting people through their paces, asking questions and stuff. He's like, there's 5 core members of QQOP, myself being the founder, and my son Jack, Battlestar Fresh, and Game Dado. And right now Battlestar is busy with real life, Jack is busy with real life, Game Dado is busy with real life, and Fresh has a little bit more time, so Fresh is kindly helping out right now with a little bit of extra stuff. You love FPS too, yeah. So it's definitely something where if we can get basically a Redeemer up and running, because the Redeemer does everything that we need for the organization. It can carry a small box, I believe, and now that it doesn't die in a fire, it's good to have it on site for just a little bit more heavy hardware, because if somebody brings like a hammerhead, long as I've got 2 decent gunners on the Redeemer, we will clap a hammerhead before it does anything to us. Oh, that's lovely. I love a strobe. Flashbangs are still in PTU, but it's literally just a tiny dot that appears now. It's not like a full scale kind of thing. Solid 35 conversation. Okay. What was that? That is basically issue with a graphical error with the dust kind of sandstorm effect they added in 3.17.1, and it needs to be, it's hopefully fixed in 3.17.2, but they're struggling with this one. Personally, I think they should just turn the dust off until they think about it or sort it, but it is really bad, and it's just literally a certain time of the day dust storm that causes it at a certain height. If you go high, you don't get it. It's only the sort of dust spurts on the ground, so that's why before it, see it building up here? This is why before I go into any low-flying situation, I literally just go around the area to get this dust particle kind of cashed in or something like that, and that reduces it down a bit. It's very, very frustrating now. But hopefully we'll be sorted. Well, this is the weird one they did for the patch notes for PTU. Where is it here? They said, and quote, temporary disabled decoupled lighting on lower planetary effect loads, which should give great client-side performance gains in storms and dust. It still blinds the screen, but it's not as flickering, it's just literally a tiny little blip, basically. So I personally feel they should just disable it, you know what I mean? Right, missiles coming in. Inbound. Where we got? Where we got? Where we got? Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. There we go. Let's rack up a lamb. Cutlass black. Fire and 4. And they're going pretty fast. Let's finish off with this. Nice swing. There we go. I'm going rearm now. Especially as we just got to the area, but whatever. I wish I had the ability for a Vulcan to play with me so I could get rearmed and stuff. That was a player, yeah. Would be great to join the org someday, but I know I need some title under my belt. No! Funny enough, the major things that we look within QQOP are people who are self-aware, good team players, no EP nonsense, and third, are not looking to be in other organizations at the same time as QQOP. And that's literally all we look for. Everyone has real life to deal with. Most of our members are constantly dealing with real life stuff, but Star Citizen's not in the place to even care about, like, pressuring people to be online for certain things. That's why you build numbers. But the biggest thing is, there's no point spending a lot of time teaching people our methods, and then they just go, you know what, I'm gonna go and play with my friends. It's boring as fuck. So we always make sure that when people join, it's like, understand, we're not gonna just give out our secret goodies at the beginning. It's a long process where, you know, even like somebody who, like Fresh, who's been in for 3 years, still doesn't know the whole ins and outs of the org and stuff like that, you know? And that's it. Like, generally, skill-wise, we put people through their paces just to see where you're at, but the great thing about Star Citizen is, because of time, it's very easy to take somebody who is brand new to the game, long as they show that they've picked up quite a bit of the game, and get them up to our standard. You know what I mean, Space Jam? It's not hard to do that. That is just time, and luckily for most people in Star Citizen right now, we have a crazy amount of time. Hey, Spit, how you doing, Chief? You need a security detail to stay under the track where you practice? No, dude. No, it's all good. I purposely make myself red so that bounty hunters can come after me and stuff. But we have a lot of people, like for example, Greg's been in the organization for about 6-7 months, and even though he plays other games, there are times where he plays Star Citizen. And every time he plays Star Citizen, even though he's been away and doing other things, and we're not talking about AC sweat vet kind of style, but he picks some things really fast where even when decent players come after us, he doesn't get curb stomped right away. And that's all we look for. We're not looking for people who are, you know, obviously if you get somebody who's like on Fresh and Battlestar's skill level, that's a bonus. But it doesn't mean much to me. Long as the team works together, everyone has self-awareness of what they're doing at the time, and they're not looking to swap organizations all the time, that's really all I care about. And then obviously, with the team player part is, you know, long as you can have adult conversations and you don't get heated up and, you know, riled and all these sort of things, then it's all good, you know? Well, signing up today is just literally going to !QQOP. And again, right now, the main thing I always say to people is, you can apply to QQOP, it doesn't mean we're going to take you. We will literally evaluate with a quick conversation, stuff like that. It still doesn't mean we're going to take you. Because the saddest part with Star Citizen right now is, I don't want to recruit a load of people when there's nothing to do as an org. If you know what I mean, Space Jam. So I got a couple of people on the list right now. We'll see how that goes, you know. Maybe squeeze another one in, but it's very much like there is not enough content for more than 3 people at a time to play this game, you know. Sorry to say, but 11th hour, we're fucking dickheads for ganking. No matter how weak you are, they gang up on you, sometimes 3 of them. Well, that's the game, dude. Attila, alright? I hate to tell you, dude, but that is literally what Star Citizen's all about. Because here's the thing that you're not looking at, right? Say, for example, in the future of the game, when there's assets, there's structures and stuff to be involved, even my group will kill one person with 3 of us to get the person off the field before reinforcements comes. You know, it's just, unfortunately, these are tactics in these type of games. If you're somebody that thinks a 1v1 is always going to be in Star Citizen, it's not. It's never going to be that way. And it always means, like, say for example, it's me and Fresh versus a brand new player. Unfortunately, that's just casualty, you know? That is the nature of the game, and if you don't like something like that, you are playing the wrong game then. Because war is war. It doesn't matter who you're versing or how many you're bringing to verse somebody, it's about winning a fight. So I have, like, even if you say they were dickheads about it, that's just the nature of PvP in a game like Star Citizen, sadly. You bring everything to kill what you can. You know? Like, literally me and the guys now open up on all targets with missiles. We'll barrage you with missiles before we ever engage in guns. Because now that you can run away and do all this hyperspeed kind of nonsense, it's best to clean the field. You know? And especially when you're versing somebody that can take on 5 people no problem, you want to get that person off the field as fast as possible. Well, again, that will be... Because you're IMI, aren't you, Athla? If I remember correctly. You're IMI? You're with Detox. Even if, like, Detox, gonna use him as an example, is... There will be situations where even Detox will have to go ruthless, or his org will never go anywhere. Because it will always get taken out by people who react faster by literally destroying people faster. Hardest thing is to keep people hooked to these bugs. Recruits come and go. Yeah, that's why we always look for people that are just team player, want to hang out in comms, and everything else is sort of like thing, yeah. Oh, you just watch. Right, yeah. Okay. I thought you were with IMI. I love the arrow, but that's exactly why I have to fly Gladius. Why? Why'd you have to fly the Gladius? But anyway, 11th hour, even if they're like... The only thing I would say is if some group is ganging up on somebody on a pad or at a truck stop and stuff like that, then yeah, you could probably call that dickhead stuff. But I very much look at it that it is better to kill than be killed in Star Citizen. For the future of this game, especially as, say, for example, maybe there's an organization's outpost out here in Daymar, and there's one guy protecting it, and I bring 15 people to destroy that one person. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's, you know, that's not fair. It's just tough shit. If you don't have people to protect your outpost on the time that I'm bringing my ops in, that's just casualty of war, sadly. But again, the arrow has its usefulness. Collateral damage, yeah, exactly. Now, if you're bringing 15 people to kill a prospector, then yeah, that would be a bit of a dickhead move. But then again, you don't know if they're just literally allowing the prospector to give intel back to an organization so that in the future more people, you know, get involved in a fight. There's so many things. Like, again, if you've played EVE Online, you'll understand that sometimes you have to fucking bang on the wasp's nest to get them stirred up so you can do other things. So you basically go into the backyard of an organization and you spank the living shit out of their miners, their people on the ground, all that stuff, so that their fleet assemble, whilst you drag the fleet elsewhere so that your other fleet, your secret fleet, or your alliance gets on with other things on the stuff, you know? That's going to happen in Star Citizen. Diversion, all these sorts of things. So, as much as a lot of people might think it's asshole moves and stuff, they've just never played a warfare kind of game where you have to do this kind of stuff to do other things. Yeah, exactly, Tuffy, exactly. EVE is easy, trust nobody. Well, you can trust people, you just don't give them any leeway, you know? Yeah, I agree, but I'm talking about AC, knowing these guys for years. Well. Oh, you're talking about them ganging up in AC? Are you talking about that? Are you talking about the PU or are you talking about AC? Because now that you mention AC, that's a different total thing. And if they're ganging up in AC, yeah, that's what pretty much every organization is doing just now for stat padding. Yeah, all right, okay. If yeah, all right, that's a different story then. I thought you were talking about PU, because for me, 10 versus 1. At the end of the day, it's just you're lucky to bring 10 people. That's how I look at it. And it just feels bad for the one person, but tough shit, you know? But if it's in AC, no, there's a lot of leaderboard stat padding right now and stuff like that, so yeah. But again, a lot of orgs are doing it, so it's like whatever, man. AC is one of these game modes where it's just so fucking shit. It just means absolutely nothing. It only means something to the people that have got this fucking ego, you know? That's it. They gotta be the best PvP organization, but we'll fucking gank all these low-level players because they get the same stats as killing somebody that will kill them, you know what I mean? It's just how it is, sadly. And that's CIG's fault, not the player's fault. They've created this monster. They'll just need to fix it. Hey Joe, good day to you. Chris as well, welcome guys. Hope you're all doing well on this Thursday. Cruising over to Shubin in a bit. Just pushing forward just now. Best PvP orgs will be in the PU, not AC. Well, no, if they actually make Arena Commander really good and viable, you'll have a split. Where you'll have people that just want to go in and do matches fighting in Arena Commander. Having a best PvP org in the PU, I will tell you this right now, that when they bring out some sort of kill board thing, and they have been talking about it many times for showing stats and joining organization reputation together. So when I say organization reputation, it basically means if somebody is doing criminal activities here, it's going to affect the global reputation of your organization that you're a part of. So, you know what I mean? It's going to get to the stage where orgs will not be able to do bounty hunting and Vaughn at the same time. It will cause too many complications. Then when you have it where a lot of people are dying from NPCs in PvE, will affect the stats of a PvP org, just like it did in EVE Online, and you get rid of all these people that cause you issues, and you start seeing your pro PvP org turning into a very piece of shit organization, because you've got an ability to do something good, but then when you go offline and nobody's in charge, it falls apart, you know. We've seen this many times in EVE, where you can have a strong PvP group at a certain time zone, and then suddenly your lower time zone group let you down and fuck your stats massively. And that's not good for a PvP org, I can tell you that right now. Especially in EVE. There's nothing worse than having like some really good fights, and then the moment you all go to bed and the skeleton crew takes over, they fuck it all up for you, and you're like, oh, that's good. Awesome. All that work for nothing. Because, again, at the end of the day, Star Citizen will be like EVE, where KD ratio means nothing. It's about asset ratio is the most important part. So if I'm in an arrow and I kill a vanguard, I'm so up, even if I lose my arrow. I'm so up in that situation. And then if I'm in my arrow and I kill 5 vanguards and I lose 10 arrows, I'm still winning. That's the EVE mentality. It's not about how many people you kill or how many deaths you have. It's about what you lose and kill in the process. How much is it worth to somebody to the loss of what's worth to you? And that's how you did like fleet management and stuff like that, where sometimes when you went into a war zone, you would light asset yourself off, and then all the stuff you took from people was way more important. We got inbound coming. There we go. An arrow. fly through. Big warning fingers, sorry for that. Oh, so all good for the type of scallop. All good, dude. Ballistics. Firing at 4 kilometers. So full ballistic build arrow. I'm gonna have to be very careful on this one. However, I got the high speed turn on this one. I'm gonna push away actually. Again, it's got ballistics. See the ballistics? So every time it fires the ballistics, we can just shift. Now, this is what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna do some fucking, what's it called? Firefox shit here. Alright? He's gonna go high. Going in now. Lost a wing. That's not good. That was because it collided. We're now in a very, very bad situation, chat. Wasn't from the ballistics. Alright, so now we have to unfortunately fire, leave. I'm gonna go high. I need to get out of atmosphere because unfortunately we ain't turning with one wing. That's a shame. It wasn't even the guns. I think it was actually a collision and it just went through the wing. Because there was no shots. But that's just one of the things, yeah. Firefox, yeah. It's really dope. Alright. So we know that we're with ballistics. We're not badly damaged. But obviously we are one wing down. Our choices right now would be to quickly repair, which I think we're gonna do. Because again, it's not like I need to hang around and do a 1v1 fucking for honor kind of stuff. This is the PU. I'm just minding my own business with a bounty hunter status. I'm damaged on wing. Long as we survive, we get it repaired up, that's the main priority right now. Because fighting in atmosphere with one wing with an arrow is pretty much suicide. And whilst we had the velocity to carry us up into space, that's probably the best of moves. And this is going to be where, again... Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. So we're gonna basically just cruise in a straight line as much as we can. I do not want to dip this nose because the moment that we dip it, we're gonna do this. We're lined up that way. So we're gonna try and not roller as much as we can as we super cruise. The reason why I'm keeping this height and I'm not going low is again, just in case. This is where we take the turn. and she flips, but we're lined up and we're coming in to watch our back. That on. Let's get the active radar. Active radar, we'll see if anything's coming in. And we can get a repair in. It's not bad. We weren't gonna die. We're not in that situation of dying. It's just, again, when you've got a ballistic arrow versus one wing arrow, it's like, it's just not even worth staying on the field. We could have done stuff in space, but, eh. You know what I mean? No point. There we go. Now, again, we control the field. We'll keep active radar on for now. Clint Eastwood, the old rascal, I know. Old rascal. That movie is like, is pretty much, no joke, like 3/4 of trying to get to this goddamn plane. And then when you actually get the plane in Firefox, it's pretty cool. It does so much shit that doesn't make any sense, by the way. You know what I mean? But that was the beauty of that movie, is it just didn't make any sense. Teska, no, I actually don't have a macro. Basically what is happening is that in my joystick profile, when I press the button, it just repeats the button every 2 seconds. You could probably call that a macro, but it's just a button pressing. Here we go. Contact inbound. I did get an active radar ping there. There we go. We got a hyperspeed arrow coming in. No backup. And we got the sun coming up. Oh, we got maybe negative on that. No, I thought it was a Gladius, but it's actually just a star. It is just a star. The dude is firing like miles away as well. Let's bring it to the sun. Again, this is the best part about the PU at times. You could go in and you could get the kill, or you could engage and maybe die. But we never know, and this will be the thing for the future of the game, is you never know when there could be a secondary target around. So let's just get all intel. I think it's just the one. I'm going to slow her down. We're going to take her into the eastern mountains, and the sun will come up, and it'll be glorious. Again, we've got a full, or it's definitely maybe a stock arrow. Anyway, let's do some Clint Eastwood shit. Or maybe not. Why are you not firing? Oh, looks like my missile launchers are fucked. See if we can do this. Nah, missiles are fucked. And they warped out. did. Yeah, missile system is malfunctioned. It's not firing. That's a bit of annoying. This bug happens quite a bit, like. Oh, neutrons, yeah, it looked like a stock arrow. It was out of ballistic rounds as well. The guy was firing well over range. We'll quickly warp, and we need to clear our acknowledgement, and then we'll warp and self-destruct, because unfortunately, repairing is not going to fix this issue. It's just one of these lovely bugs that happens in the game at times. Hey, Alec, how you doing? Pretty salted. Good day to you. Oh, every time you lose a wing, this happens. Really? Okay. That's good to know. It's not often I lose a wing in combat, so... Oh, shit. He's behind me. Yeah. He's behind me. So we can't self-destruct. We can slow right down them. Probably doesn't want to fight in atmosphere. Alright. Let's go back to Shubin then. We took him. Nah. I need to self-destruct because I can't. Because of the bad repair system in the game right now, I can't... I've got 12 missiles that I can't use, you know. Unfortunately, it just sucks.
Self-destruct protocol accepted.
The game won't repair my ship properly, so I have to do this meme. I still need to test this all out in PTU, but until the PTU patch gets sorted, it's so janky. They fixed the white flashing on Daymar. I've not tested in PTU. Again, we'll try it out. But sadly PTU right now for me is like at any given time it just randomly crashes to desktop, so it's like It's very bad. It's why we didn't manage to finish off all the racing stuff with Burks and Zero State last night. And Splen, Croncy. Because the game just kept crashing to desktop or 30k and it was just not fun, man. So, yeah. That is that.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm looking forward to reset because I can't wait to get rid of a lot of stuff that I don't even own. Like, you have no idea how good this is gonna feel. Because I don't own, like, any of these Crusader ships and Drake ships. And it'll be gone. I can't wait, chat. The good vibes will be back.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle...
I tried low flying, got a white flash straight into the ground. Yeah, you gotta be careful of them. 3.17.2, the latest patch claims it's fixed. It's not really fixed. It's more just toned down slightly. That's interesting that if you lose a wing, you lose control of the missiles. The only way I could think of it, right, is if you lose a certain wing, and say, for example, they are the first missiles to launch, then the registry doesn't kick in. And it can't bypass it to there. I wonder if you then turn off these launchers. If you can even do that. Would that bypass that bug? Again, there's a lot of bugs, especially this one where I hate having to go back to the menu or blowing up my ship. I like to just come back to Grim Hex, land, rearm, leave the server. But right now in 3.17, if you do that, you will spawn your ship with no missiles, and then it needs to be reclaimed because obviously you can't add them back on again. Because it bugs up. So I need to test this in PTU to see if this is fixed because it's really bad. Also, another one is if you are in like a Hurricane or a Redeemer and you have a gunner on board, you can't repair rearm because of it bugging up for the what's it called? The kind of like repair stuff. And it's very frustrating. Hey, Lord Panther. Also, reading that in for that one. You don't have to drop a crap load of money into the game. Yeah, I personally think the most amount of money, if you're wanting to play Star Citizen, should be to an Avenger Titan and then just farm up other things. Or join a group of people that have maybe bigger assets before you purchase and you're like, oh, alright, cool. You know what? I'm glad I ask somebody to spawn a ship for me. Let me just turn the radar here because I like it sort of pivot down. Let me, you know, this person spawned a ship for me. Sometimes it's the case, especially like near the end of patches or PTU. If you just go, hey, has anybody got like a 600i would like to test that out? Can I spawn it? Yeah, no problem, you know. It's just literally a short claim. People do that for you and you save so much money. But even though I've spent quite a bit of money to fund Star Citizen, you know, back Star Citizen, whatever you want to call it, if I didn't know about Star Citizen and I was coming in, I definitely wouldn't spend much money. I would literally have it where we keep, I would just have one ship and just farm up the game. I think it would be so much more fun. Yo, Monaco Man, thank you very much for the 6 months, dude. Thank you very much, dude. Can we get some vibes? 07s, red ties, whatever you prefer, guys. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, it was good fun. We managed to get one race, and then PTU was just so janky. However, we came second. We managed to Days of Thunder, Zero State. There was no way I was catching Burks, though. No way. He was 5 seconds ahead. Obviously, my lap time was really bad. But it's because I spent pretty much one lap behind Zero State. I couldn't overtake. That fucking Mustang is too big. So I had to time it perfectly or we would have come in third on that one. There's just no way to overtake in this game without watching for people to go high or go low. I don't know if a free flyers would have much interest in investing money. But again, spend maximum Avenger Titan money in the game and that's it, you know. That's all you have to do. The elevators have deemed us unworthy of life. They're so bad right now. Even in live, they're bad. Is suppressing IR working 371? I just do it for the fucking sake of it. It's got no negative effect, Tiskin, so I'm like, I just press it, you know what I mean? It used to suppress IR, but I think it's just old habit that sometimes I key it in. I reviewed your kit, you didn't see your desk listed. Mind tell me why? I've got a halberd desk. Yeah, you can't add it to the kit site, so that's why it's not there. It's a halberd desk. I should I'm trying to think of how I could actually get a link down for that, but yeah, just halberd desks in the UK. They don't. Well, I think they ship them other places, but. Alright, tough. Have fun, dude. Take care. Give me filtering. Yes. No, I don't use any curves. I'm 1-to-1. My reactions are too fucking good. Just 1-to-1, no curves. I'll let my arms do the work, not the game. Dun, 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 dun. I'm the same as Avenger 1 doesn't use curves. He's 1-to-1. Oh, that's my... That's mine. Alright. Good to know that's the warping point from OM1 then. Joystick cam? Sure, I can give you it. There you go. No. Feet cam? Fuck off, like. Alright. I hate when mining rocks like part in that white marker. I always think it's like a player, like. Wow. That was a full stall out. I've not had a full stall out in fucking ages, man. Look at that. I don't even know why it full stalled out. I had full afterburner. Why did she stall? No idea, chap. I have no idea why I full stalled. It wasn't like we're... Wasn't like we were, why am I so fucking... Oh, it's because I was in space. Oh, shit. It wasn't like we were going very fast, and I had full afterburner. It just did not input. Like a full stall. Oh, I need to do this one. Because I think we're only doing, what, like 400 meters a second? That's an easy turn. Spending 10k on a website. Probably swap server now, anyway. Gillette. Oh yeah, they definitely need to put a colorblind mode in. That's for sure. Gillette. So yesterday, this playlist that I've got, yesterday, Spotify and Stranger Things did like some sort of collab kind of thing, where if you clicked a link, it would give you your Stranger Things playlist. And I've got a lot of Stranger Things songs. I've also got a little bit of trance, but for some reason, all of Dr. Disrespect songs got added to the playlist. And I don't know why. Why has that got anything to do with Stranger Things, you know? I've not watched Stranger Things. I just like the music that it plays, because it's like 80s rock, you know? Like AC/DC, you know? I'm not a big Metallica fan, but I know of them, you know? But yeah, like, I don't know why it's been Dr. disrespected it. It's the most bizarre thing. So again, yeah, they put it out on Twitter, Spotify. You click the link and it makes a playlist for you. And most of the songs are like legit. And you've got the fucking, the dark ones. Just, it's like, what the fuck, man? We need music, this is music. Oh yeah, Dr. D definitely has some good music, yeah. But yeah, look, it goes Dr. D into fucking DC, you know? It makes no sense. Let me try a different, actually, you know what? Let's play some Pocket Up. There we go. Do 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 do. I need a loan of $1,000 for what? Yeah, I can't wait for the F8 Lightning Ready Salted. That will probably be my main fighter because it's not that much bigger than Super Hornet. But it does have a lot of nice controlled surface areas on it, so it might be pretty good. Isn't an LED top? Or is it just... Yeah, it kind of looks like an LED top. The great nerf? They can't nerf the F8 Lightning, guys. I hate to tell you that. It'll be the ship that is definitely immune to getting nerfed. And the reason for that is it's behind a massive paywall right now, and in the future it's behind a massive reputation grind. It's not going to be shit. So everyone that's hoping that the F8 Lightning is going to be shit, you're going to be horribly mistaken. It'll be as good as it's marketed as just now.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
And you gotta remember that it's behind a $10,000 paywall, and it's behind you completing Squadron 42 and having reputation in the thing. You know what I mean? There's no way they're going to give you that amount of grind or that amount of payment to pay. You know, and that means that everyone can get the ship. You just have to invest time or invest money. That's your choice, you know. Pay to progress, if you want to call it that way. There's no way that ship will be shit. Because it will cause so many ruckuses. Like, I personally don't care. For me, it's just for flying, you know. Well, I got a reply to, Sorry, Miriam on DM with Sai. I swear to God, that woman has the biggest Dory mind I have ever seen. So last night, Sai and our wonderful community raided us, and I was talking about, you know, that I purchased Tarkov, and I've never played Tarkov. And so she DMs me this morning and goes, "Do you have a contact for Tarkov where you got your game from?" I'm like, I bought it myself. Like, literally making up shit, man. Fucking hilarious. I wish I knew contacts like that. Most of the developers at CIG don't even follow me on Twitter. Oh, that's juicy. That's why I haven't joined the 10K club. At one time, they sold a chassis kit that swapped the F7 model. Oh yeah, but you'll be able to buy Mark IIs in the future. You know what I mean? You'll be able to get the Mark II easy, guys. And the conversion kit that sold is just a skin, basically, you know. There's only one in existence where somebody actually got a legit an F7A. The rest of them are gonna be Cs. But it's dibble. All you have to do is buy a Mark II Hornet, dude. It'll be an F7C. And there's no difference in the way they look. It's just the F7A has more military kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, so there was CIG fucked up Ready Salted, where one time they had a raffle at an event, like one of these citizen cons in the past or something like that, where they were meant to say you're going to get one of the Mark II F7Cs, but somebody at the time said it was going to be an F7A. And when the dude won it, the community went mad that they were going to give him an F7C, so they actually gave him a legit Mark II F7A. He can actually fly around in it in Star Citizen right now. But funnily enough, it's not that powerful. You know what I mean? It's still a Hornet at the end of the day. It just looks different and has a little bit more HP. That's all it is. Even if you're shit in the game, you still get clapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that a lot of people take to heart when they're like, oh, you know, the F7A is so much more powerful than the F7C. No, it's not. It's got a little bit more structure. It might have another weapon or something like that, but the pilot is what makes the deal, you know? Still a nice possession. Oh yeah, definitely. But you can't gift it, so you would have to sell the account, which is a bannable offense by CIG. And I'm pretty sure CIG have got that account on lockdown, that the moment that somebody changes it out, because that's it, it'll just get deleted. You know what I mean? They'll have a system that is watching that account, that if it trades fingers, it'll be just deleted. So yeah, it's a good possession for somebody to have, but obviously it can't be classed as a collector's item, because collector's items can only be classed as collector's items if you can actually give them to other people. Yeah, bounty hunting is dead, dude. I'll show you this, dude. That's our goose list up there right now. And that's about a month old. And yeah. Bounty hunting has been massively shit canned into the ground thanks to CIG. The money is crap, the reputation is crap, there's no reward, and when you lose to me, you can't take the mission again. Your choice is to leave the server, and because servers don't fill up, it's very difficult to get back on the same server that I'm on unless you have a friend. And again, if the friend shares it, it gets all deleted, so it's like yesterday, we had those like 3 guys chasing us and it was awesome fun, but the moment that they die, they can't come back after us again. It's just like, bleh. So, it's another one of, CIG love to take away organic gameplay in Star Citizen, if you've noticed that. Jumptown, the original, that was bugged apparently, got taken away. Tram and Myers, bug, got taken away from us. Bounty hunting that was worth it got taken away the moment that bounty hunting could be done by where people would bounty hunt NPCs. CIG try everything in their path to fucking ruin any organic PvP in this game, and they want to make you go into Jumptown 2.0, which is a snooze fest, you know, Xenofret, all these things, and yeah, it's like, yeah, there's not much left, unfortunately. They enforce ammo bounties on you, yeah. So unfortunately, we are in this stale sort of situation for PvP, where unless you like Arena Commander, you're kind of fucked, really. Which sucks. Yeah, but again, Dibbles, you're going to be able to buy an F7C Mark II. There, if you go to Invictus or you go to IEE, there is the normal Hornet, the Mark I that we're all flying just now, and there is a Mark II. And in the future, you're going to be able to purchase Mark II Hornets. Or you can upgrade your old Mark I to a Mark II. They did say that many years ago that this was going to be a possibility. So yes, you know what I mean, the F7A looks better, but you are going to be able to get the exact looking ship, it's just an F7C. Mark II. That's all it is, you know? And then with all the skins that you can get in the game anyway, you know? Are you going to actually use an original one? Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Mark II Hornet, because it looks really good, actually. I hope so. Monaco, like, for me, I can understand that CIG want to do these dynamic events, but every single dynamic event is broken. It doesn't really work. Jail is still broken. And we've had, like, for me, I'm all about organic gameplay. So until we get server meshing, until we get the ability to make our own outposts and stuff, I don't think you're ever going to get that organic, like, everyday PvP kind of situation. We need server meshing to make it where more bounty hunters are available to come after criminals, and even then the rewards need to be bumped up, so it means it's better for more people to do it, you know? Until then, all you get is Jump Town, but the thing is that most people just want to be blue at Jump Town and just easy box it. They don't want to bounty hunt, you know? SIG events are boring as fuck. I completely agree, Dave. I completely agree. Like, Xenofret is a bit of a snore fest. It's been worked on a couple of times and it's still pretty boring. Ninetales is an absolute snooze fest because the moment that you get to the end part, it just lags out FPS shit cans and the Reds can't even win. You know what I mean? It's literally one-sided. You know? And then you look at Jumptown, and Jumptown just doesn't make any sense to me why they did it this way. I don't understand why they just didn't do the original Jumptown where you had to go criminal to make the money and that was risk versus reward and it would force bounty hunters to maybe stop people. You know, I don't understand why they made it where, oh, by the way, guys, this is the UEE. We want you to go and collect the drugs, drop them off at Port Olisar, sell them to Port Olisar, and we'll dispose of them, you know? Fucking glue sniffing nonsense is that, man. You know? And then the Siege of Orison, every time I've seen it on the PTU, it just looks so shit. And it's just like, give us organic gameplay. Give us trading back. Give us original Jumptown back. Give us proper bounty hunting system. And just let us get on with our own content. So easy. We need more scripted PvP and RPing? No, fuck off, Rex. Shut up. No, we don't. No, we don't need any more of that. It's not smaller. The Mark II Hornet is not smaller than the original Hornet. It's just more sleeker, I think. You know. But this is where, again, as I've just said, when we get server meshing and we get the ability to build our own outposts, hopefully that will cause organic gameplay in Star Citizen. And if they make trading good again and they maybe change Jumptown, Jumptown should just be a permanent thing. And all they have to do is just make it where out of the 9 drug labs in Star Citizen, it just rotates. Where you have to go and you bring something to the drug lab to get something out of it. And just make it where there's no comray, like it's got a comray shield within 50 kilometers of the actual place. So that you can't, you know, go to prison or whatever, you know? Or you can't be getting a crime stat for collecting the stuff. It's so easy. It's so easy to do. Then if trading was a thing, this was a thing, mining, again, with mining, what I would love for CIG to do with mining is, say for example, around Grimhex, or any known location that is a hotspot for PvP, they add in really, really good rocks for people to go mining. So around like Shubin or around Grimhex, there would be really good Quantania or whatever it is, which means that people would be like, look, I'm going to go mining, but I need some protection around this area because there's some really good fast ways of making money, but it's very dangerous. This is what makes organic PvP and gameplay really good, because you can go and do normal trading and you can go and do normal bounties, and normal mining, but if you want the fast juicy money, you have to go into the dangerous areas to get it, which means that somebody that doesn't like PvP or dangerous areas has all this content for them, and then for the people that want to get dangerous, there's this content here, and we don't have this area right now. It's just a fucking mess. And this is where CIG need to definitely get back on bringing that gameplay in. You have to have it for your casual gamers, and you have to have it for your hardcore gamers. And I'm hoping they're not just going to go, oh, Pyro is for hardcore. It's like, you could easily do it in Stanton, you know? And all it is just changing out numbers. If you go to Jumptown, or you go to the drug lab that's in rotation, right? No mission, no dynamic event, just literally like when we get commodity changes. If you guys don't know, in Journal literally tells you about commodity alerts in the game. They could easily do it with drug labs where it tells you where the juicy drugs are, right? But you're going to get a crime stat if you get caught with it. However, you have to take medical services, medical pills or whatever to the area, ground it up, and it turns it into drugs for you, where you carry the boxes out and do that kind of stuff. Which means that somebody can steal your stuff if you put in, you know. And who cares about economy? Because there's no economy in this game, ever. Nobody gives a shit about it. And then it's the same with like trading. Make it where, again, trading has this thing where with commodities it will give you a rare one where you come up here and you're like, I can make a lot of money, but make it where when this thing appears, not these ones, but maybe rare commodity price alert, the comray is taken off automatically at that location, which makes it dangerous for you to go to. This entices people to go and do these things, but you don't have to if you don't want to. This brings in organic gameplay where it's like, oh guys, the drug labs is open right beside where we're based just now, should we go for it? You know, the server's a bit quiet, or the area is quiet, because again, we're going to get server meshing in the future, so it's not like, oh, let's hibbity hop onto a different server. You're going to be stuck on a shard or however it works. This would be a cool way, and this makes it organic, but it's also not fake dynamic, because dynamic events, as much as it's early stages for CIG, sorry about that. Dynamic events have to be triggered by players or by certain things going on, not just a developer going, run Orison, run Jumptown, run this. You know what I mean? You have to do something in-game to cause a dynamic event, you know? And that's why I don't feel they should be in the game right now, or run in the game right now. Until you have the full quanta system that causes a dynamic event, don't have fake dynamic events into the game. Wait until the servers are good, wait until somebody's fixed the FPS, because again, there's this horrible delay where people are invisible and stuff, and just literally let us have original Jumptown back, which is just running the numbers again, like it was beforehand. Just change the numbers where you make that money, and the same with Tram and Myers or any location like that, where you just make it where certain outposts like Shubin or something don't have a comray, but they have a reward for people wanting to risk there. Then with bounty missions, all you have to do is just make it where the reward is slightly more impressive for people. Market that it's for PvP, because you know when like a brand new player will come here, they'll go to bounty, and it'll just say this. It should be in bracket PvP, as far as I'm concerned, for a bounty. Because a lot of the time, a lot of players come after me, and they are mistaken that it's an expensive way. What's it called? They think it's like a PvE bounty and stuff like that, and they don't actually expect it to be that way. Yeah, exactly. Like, this would bring organic gameplay to the game, and it also means that developers don't need to worry about it, and it has this cycle where if you like mining, trading, combat, you have this area to go to. It has nothing to do with PvP. You're going to make money, you're going to make steady money, but that's it. And then you have trading, mining, and PvP or combat that is a little bit more dangerous. So you're going into areas of the game that are dangerous, but if you get away with it, you're going to go to Grim Hex and mine all these amazing rocks that give you lots of money. Or you're going to go and what's the word? Go to like the belts or something like that, and that would be the case. You know, Fox free on that. I think it's just somebody booming. That missile hit, but no flash. Yeah, they're just flying through. So again, this is like a prime example of where this could be a player looking for an NPC. See what I mean? Like, look. This is literally new player, right? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I'll just watch instead. Somebody put out a guide, I think, that said, come to Shubin, this is where you get stuff. So like, the guy's looking around, right? Having a look here. And I really don't know what's going on, you know, at this stage. Are you landing? Are you gonna go and get some things? Looking for an auto land. There you go. Looking for an auto land, but there's no auto land. See how it's like trying and then slowly going down? There we go. Nice touchdown. I hope so, Pinky Source. I hope so. I hope that removing the organic stuff is just to force us to test other things. I really, really hope that's the case. Because for me, I'm an ex-Eve player. I thought the best thing about Eve was you could go and do what the developers designed for missions and stuff like that, but then you would go into dodgy areas and it was down to player interaction, and I love that. And that's all I'm looking for into Star Citizen, is I want organic places that cause trouble for whoever goes there on each side, and it just brings that interaction. You know what I mean? You don't have to go there. It's only if you want to risk it for the Oh, it's a box mission. Oh, right. Oh, where you hand the box? I thought you hand the box mission in over there. Maybe they're going looting. Who knows? However, chat, they left the back door open. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. No, I was gonna literally just fucking turn it upside down. Hover it midair and turn it upside down, you know what I mean? You must teach him? No. Little does he know to it. You guys are so, you guys are meaner than me. There he goes, there he goes. He goes box. Look at that janky animation running in the game. He's looking at me. No, he's going to where I thought. So yeah. Alright, chat. I've got an idea, alright? This is what we're doing. Alright. Fuck it. I got an idea, right? I'm not gonna do too evil stuff, right? Not too evil, alright? Not too evil. Not too evil. Not too evil. Alright. He's over there. He doesn't even know yet. He doesn't even know. Again, I'm not being too evil. I can give the person a lift if need be. Again, it's achievable to regain it. We're not being a complete asshole. This is where, like, this gets a little dodgy. There's the movie. Where did my shift go? Where did my shift go? Oh wait, we've got another contact here. Inbound. Yeah. Alright, fun over. We got Mercury Star Runner. Time to leave. Watch the ground, dude. Watch the ground. Yes. Going to warp. Maybe not. Let's go around route.
Target destroyed.
Any loot? Oh, we have a body. We got some salvage for anyone who wants salvage. Man, imagine when I can actually say that in the future. Who wants some salvage? Wouldn't that be a cool thing? That's another reason to get free 18 into the game. Some good old salvage. Also persistent MFDs, please. When? When will we see you again? Poor Timmy. Aye. Right, let's go back and see how our Avenger Titan pilot is going. Have they worked out how to climb? I think not. shit. I forgot. That camera is a dot. I was completely out of position on that one. No, I think, no. Oh dear. Me, I take it. I know, I can't wait to be able to give salvage to people. Or the vulture, I'm looking forward to it. The vulture and gameplay, let's have a look here. Bitch ass griefer. Oh no. Quickly, let me just get my thumb out and cuddle my ear. You must be looking for a hatch on the ceiling of the outpost. No, I think because it's red, I think they've left the server. I should make it where I put it back down. I don't think the arrow has the capability of lifting it up over. It's pretty though. It shows you that the Titan can land on quite a few places, like. You know what? Now that I think of it, I should have put the ladder... Yeah, I should have put the ladder the other way. That would have been a little bit more fair. You didn't consent to PvP, I know. But he came for it. He could have easily warped away, but just chose to fucking flop around into the ground. That's the thing with these people, right? He has a ship that can literally warp away from me, but chose to try and kill me. Then cries about it because the ego is cashing checks the body can't cash at this moment. That is the reality check of a player like this. They are in a Starfarer runner, or sorry, not a Starfarer runner, a Star Runner. They come in, they see that there's a red at the area, then they get shot, and then they spend all this time trying to go backwards to get their guns on without gunners. And in hindsight, he has so much HP that by myself, I couldn't kill them before they warp away, or he warps away. You know? Keyword runner. Exactly. But I'm a griefer because, again, it's their egos cashing checks, and they just can't carry it, chat. It's a big thing. And it's a lot of these bigger content creators that cry griefing all the time. It's just like, you guys just need to fucking leave the game. There's nothing griefing about it. It's your choice to die. You can literally disengage and get away. Pretty much in every ship right now in Star Citizen. It is your choice to die. I hope in the future you get like on your mobi-glass where you can like, oh shit, I left the door on my ship open. Boop, boop, boop. And then fucking, you know, like double clicker closes the doors and the windows and stuff. That would be dope. Unless you have a Mantis blocking Quantum, which is super rare these days. Yeah, exactly. But even then, like, you can't fire off a like, say for example you're at Shubin, right? And here's for people to get away. If you go vertically, you can warp away because Mantis can't snare you or dampen you within 2 kilometers of Shubin. So you can actually warp away if you stay in that area. But people don't. For some reason, when people run, instead of going vertical to go into space to get faster, they decide to fly like a fucking plane through the atmosphere, thinking that's going to save them. And then they do this weird, like, I don't know why, but they do this, right? This doesn't do anything for you. Obviously they've watched Top Gun too much. We're like, alright guys, I'm gonna pull a fucking maneuver here, put the brakes on, you'll fly, oh right, he's right behind me. Never mind, flying right by me, yeah, you know? I don't understand why people do that. Exactly, Onyx. It could have been in warp before I even massively structure damaged it. It chose to try and fight me. A Mercury Star Runner decided to fight an arrow. With no gunners, just a lot of fucking ego. That's all it is. But then, again, your typical gamer who can't do shit, that's the reply. You know? Nothing to do with the fact that you fucked up. Not me. Your snare bubble isn't allowed to extend into an arm zone. Yeah, exactly. So, again, if you just go vertically up, you can escape. But people fly low or do weird stuff sometimes, you know? Is that why it went red, Monaco? But doesn't that mean... Oh, no, they would have Alt F... No, that's more on an Alt F4, because if they committed suicide, there would be a body for me to loot, and it had a nice blue backpack. So I think they just left the server Alt F4'd or whatever. I can go and get it back again, it's not difficult. The problem is I probably won't be able to get back into it now that it's scuffed, right? Because all I need to do is make a... See, this is... The ploy was... If they had asked for it, you just basically do a ramp like this. Oh, look, he's there! Oh, he is there! Let me help him out. He is actually there. Shit, he was hiding in the corner. Come on, use your noggin. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. That's it, it's a ramp. Come on. Ramp. Easy, come on, dude. Come on, jump up. That's it. Ah, look at that fucking IQ. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Such a nice guy. Did they actually make it in? Oh, I don't think they can open it. What? Maybe it's claiming mine now. Let's do this. This is one good thing about the arrow. Oh shit, it is counting my ship, yeah. I literally have third person cam. Oh. My home where you used to be. I think because they claimed it, they fucked it. Yeah, I think because they claimed it, I can't do anything about it. Let's see what this said. Stay awake. Yeah, because they claimed it. It's scuffed. There's nothing more I can do, chat. The joys of reclaiming. Weak. Oh yeah. Quick rearm. Ooh. I was thinking maybe, like, I can access it, but for some reason it's not opening up. And you can't punch an Armitage zone. This is again where, like, Armitage zones cause so much problem. Because again, if there wasn't an Armitage zone here, chat, I could punch the back of the door to open it. And then the pilot could get back in, you know? But yeah, they're kind of fecked because they reclaimed it. I don't know why the person just doesn't leave the server, you know? Oh man, Star Citizen. If it wasn't for the bugs and the reclaiming ability, this would have been a smooth transaction. Or if they just take away Armitage Zone, like I said, we could have punched the back door and opened it. Punch the back door. Yeah, I know, Pink Source. Again, it's a very easy thing. Once our hard armistice goes, you would just literally shoot your back, shoot the back of the spaceship, and get in. But I think they've gone to the console to reclaim it, and that's why it's gone red. Because even I can't access it. Like, if you go here, right? Are they still there? Like... Oh, no. Oh, he's at the back door. Jesus fucking Christ, like... Oh, use a cutter attachment. Yeah, that would be dope. This guy really needs to just leave the server and that'll fix all the problems. Man. Did he try dropping in? Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. That is a really, really good one. That could work, yeah. Alright, how do I do this without losing my arrow, chat? Right, I have an idea here. We're gonna have to do some weird movement. This might work, but I don't want to lose the arrow, right? So what we're going to do here, right, is we're going to use the power of PC's love. I got an idea, right? So we'll shut it down here, right? We need to get into that cockpit. So we are going to use a PC's. I got this sorted. This might work. This might work. Because also, hear me out, chat, right? With unlimited idea is, you know how some of the consoles in certain ships have it where if you just press F on them, they open up. You don't actually have to be in the cockpit. So this actually might work. If not, we're going to be finding a new server anyway. But I kind of feel like if we can rescue this ship, it'll be dope. Like, get the other person to sit on top of your cockpit. I know that requires me to do some communication, and I can't be bothered with that. You know what I mean? I can't be bothered with that. The question is, where are they? You could use a blade like a forklift. Yeah, that would work actually, maybe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Oh dear, we got a fucking Avenger Titan that's arriving. What weapons do I have on this? Oh, I could kill an Avenger Titan on this. Ease. What are they doing? Oh god, is this escalating into who can rescue who? Hi, it's me, little PCs, welcome in. I think this is friend. This is getting fucking memeey as fuck, chat. I think that's why it's not all important. We got a backup fucking ship. What the fuck? Oh my god, here we go. What is this craziness? Yeah. Look at that size 4 on the front. I got lights as well, bro. I don't know why you have lights on during this. My poor arrow's gonna get blown up, I can just tell. Alright. We're going in, boys. We're going in. There is the blue. Yeah, they look like they're together, maybe. Again, this is how we're doing it, chat. Oh, shit. Alright. This is where we're gonna attempt this fucking meme. We're going in, boys. Why do I keep getting this? I'll fuck up with all the views. Alright, here we go. Ha-ha! Huzzah! Oh no! The door actually can't open. Right, wait. Can we get into the pilot chair? Alright, we can get into the pilot chair. Can we open the door now? Oh, we can. We can open the door. Right. So what we need to do now, I need... How do we get back to the Pisces, though? Alright, one moment. Alright. There we go, boys. We're fucking sorted. There you go. Now I need to figure out how to get back to my ship. You won't be able to go in that way. You have to go in the side way. Now I wonder if we do the Pisces, right? I am interested to see how this goes. Can we store the Pisces? This might be interesting. Can we store it? Let's see.
The ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
We can only claim it. Right, so if I claim it, we can't fly it. That sucks. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Yeah. Now I don't know what they're doing. There he goes. He's flying. Oh, we've got a Tana here now. Holy shit, chat. It's getting fucking dodgy as fuck. It's time to go. This might dodge it. No, I don't care about the Pisces. We got a Tana now. We got the Titan. Chat, what the fuck is going on here? Like, now we've got a Tana. My poor little beesies! It's party time? Yeah, they engage. The other one's away, by the way. Have you noticed that? The other one's away. Looking for bounty? No, so somebody landed in a Titan. And they left the back door open, so I decided to put it on top of a roof. And then the person, when we gave them a lift to get back into their ship, the door wouldn't open. So I had to spawn the Pisces and go through the roof of the Titan and move it down for them. And I don't know what's going on now. Where this Titan is near my Pisces. It's gone red as well, like... So, I don't know. I don't give a shit about the Pisces. I'm looking at this. We got this fucking guy taking off. Let's check out comms. Wait. Did he literally smack talk me? I'll let you free. Nah, you've made the mistake. You should have never, ever said that it was you letting me go. That was the worst thing to do. Never ever say you're letting me go. that's what they said. They're like, I'll let you free, Daymar criminals. Well, well, well. He's letting you kill him. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it's going. He let you go, just be happy with that. No. No, 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 no. Why is it not set the arrow screen correctly? I don't know. I don't know why. Like, the Gladius is set, the Blade is set. A lot of ships are, like, preset with, like, the best way to have it. Interesting that a fucking 3 people have turned up. Maybe we're in the same org. Remember? Won't he be considered in a stolen ship now, Donkey? There's a possibility, yeah. The the Titan that took off. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Now they've taken my Pisces. Again. It would have been so easy. See who's letting who fucking go, mister. Oh, with that flying, that's for sure. Mayday, mayday. Yep. There we go. Should have just said thank you. But you pissed me off.
Landing gear deployed.
Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-bum. He probably is, but I don't care. Again, should have just said thank you. Shouldn't have done the flappy part. I got no time for flappy gums. You know what I'm saying, chat? I can't stand that kind of shit. It was him, the Titan, that was flappy. He was like, he said, I will let you go, criminal scum. Thank you, you know? Or whatever he said. Let me see here. I'll bring up. Yeah, he said, I'll let you free, Daymar criminal. I'll let you free. It was never where you were letting anyone free. You should have just said thanks, and that was it. Now take his gear? I'm getting my arrow. And killing my Pisces. Yeah, the Tana got away. The original Titan got away, even though maybe it's classed as a criminal Titan now because, yeah, who was it said might be right on it being a stolen Titan? So maybe they're getting shot at Port Alizar. They'll probably go to prison. But there's nothing more than I hate in life is when somebody has to have that little snarky remark, like, you know, instead of just saying thank you, it's the, oh, thank you, but I didn't need your help kind of shit. You know what I mean? That you get in life? I hate that so much. Just take a thank you and that's it. Or accept a thank you and that's it, you know? It's the other things that piss me off in this world. Typical fucking human behavior. No, it wasn't even that. It's the fact that you literally, you know, had to say, I'll let you free. It's like, you never even had that option to begin with. What do we have here? Oh, we got some boxes. Anybody want some loot? Incoming? Gladius. Interesting.
Landing gear raised.
Would help if I had landing gear. Let's see. Was that my sub? Yeah. This is actually a good Gladius pilot. Alright, cool. We'll play a little bit differently. This is actually somebody that can fly. But it's still a Gladius. Here we go. Alright, let's put this in. Yeah, actually really good Gladius pilot for being able to keep up. But again, Gladius, Radius. Can't do it. It's the same with Talon and stuff like that. So we've got somebody that can fly Gladius in atmosphere. And is also pre-flaring and stuff. Yeah, pre-nosing as well. Maybe a bit more speed required? Choices. So this is the limitation of the Gladius in atmosphere. It's like even if we stay at 2k, it's not much of a threat. It hasn't got the initial speed or turning ability like an arrow does. So do we drag it down closer? We can drag it down closer. Let's see how this will go. We've got to go through 2 shields. It has to go through 1. But if we get behind it, we'll be okay. It's somebody that's not wanting to go into turn fights, like. You know what I mean? Like, again, there's for the gladiation limitation. We'll push it a little bit more. For them to go for this, we can do that. IRs. Oh dear. Alright, it's just that one. That's fine. They're wasting all their flares right now. There you go. Let's trick it down there. I mean, this is what I was saying to Spit the other day there. That literally the radius fight is so strong in atmosphere right now. It's like perfect for support, you know? They're literally dumping all their flares, chat. Have you noticed that? Using a lot of afterburner to keep up with us as we push. We also have damaged their engines. So it's a bit of attrition war just now. Alright, dropping free every time as well. We got the engines red though. That means it's gonna, if we can get one more in, then we're in a very good spot. Very, very good spot. Just gotta be patient. What we got left? We got one. Maybe we got enough flares. Yeah, let's test with the last missile. No, that's not gonna work in atmosphere, dude. And they got hit. Cool. So they got hit by the missile. Good chance now. I wish we had a kind of more armament on it. We need to see a little bit more of what we're up against here. Yeah, we can't even scan, which is very annoying. Bring it back down. In this sort of locked state of G's right now. That's it. Oh. Again, I definitely think this is a better pilot than me when it comes to engagement stuff, especially with like the way they move the Gladius in atmosphere beforehand. So it's just a matter of getting round if we can. We're gonna get beamed too much if we don't. See how it's pre-nosing now? It's trying to cut corners, but the Gladius cannot radius fight like the Arrow can. Yeah. It's staying up as well, so it's like, you know what I mean, it's going to use the verticality. Yeah. It's definitely an Arena Commander player, the way they're moving. Just not enough experience in atmosphere to understand what the fuck is going on, that's all. I can't get closer. They are better at aiming and flying than I am. Well, better at aiming, I should say. I'm not sure about the flying. Because again, we can stay in this lovely radius situation they can't in the Gladius. You see a lot of the pre-nose kind of stuff going, where they're trying to cut the corners, and you can't cut the corners in atmosphere. Now we got the vertical. That's what I was saying to people, like, you know when people like fly away huge amount of distance? You don't need to. See the pre-nose? Look at that. Like literally trying to cut in corners or get in front, and we'll just keep doing verticals. Problem is, I am massively blacking out trying to get close to this guy. And unfortunately, it doesn't do the same thing for other pilots. Because blackouts, for some reason, like when you tricord, it cancels out blackouts. So when we're trying to just push in to this tight area, we can't do it. It's kind of like a stalemate situation here. This person doesn't fly enough in atmosphere to be able to commit against this. But I don't have the practice or aim to actually finish the job. This would be where you need your wingman to back you up in this situation. See how it's just sort of doing that kind of thing? We're at good speeds now where, again, like, I'm fully disengaged in this fight. But I don't need to go far. We're doing now this like orbital kind of cruise. So yeah, let's bring it back down. There's security post. We've actually drifted quite a decent away. That was a good turn fight anyway. But that's all it's going to be right now. Because I need to get a really good turn to break that 2 shields. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Grim. It's definitely somebody that plays Arena Commander. You can see it. But they don't have the experience for atmosphere. Which means that I can stay within complete safe bubble. This is what I was talking about when you're versing people that are in the Hurricane and stuff like that, you know? When you verse people in the Hurricane, everyone's like, oh, it's a god tier kind of stuff. No, you do the same sort of games and there's nothing they can do about it. You know? And this is what I love about atmosphere over space combat. Is that you have this big sort of stalemate fight where the Gladius pilot is really good, but can't do shit against radius fighting arrow. And it's just a shame that you can't do 2-circle gameplay in this game. You can only use it as defense. But we're just moving at 500 meters a second, you know what I mean? Like literally 1700, 1800. We're just in this beautiful turn right now. And they're pre-nosing and stuff like that. They don't even need to pre-nose. They're just doing the Arena Commander kind of flying style. But obviously, when we get into the rate fight, that's where that style dominates in this game right now. And this is why I can't wait for control surfaces. The moment that we get control surfaces, Arena Commander fighting goes out the window in atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like again, we're only 1800. 2,000 now. You know, we don't need to go far. 1,600. It's a beautiful way of doing this game where, again, like literally they have no way to commit to it. Because the moment that you miss turn to try and get on that pip, the aim goes off, you know? And again there, 1,500 range, 1,600 range, we're in this lovely turn. 1,600. We'll just Volse up. And this guy's good, right? Very good. And we're only traveling at 500 meters a second. They've got into a really good turn now, which is good. Disengage. Good fight, dude. Good fight. That was really good. Nice turning. Nice turn. I think they're bugging out. They're badly damaged. That was really fucking sick, man. That was so cinematic. Let's bring it back down. Again, this guy will kick the fuck out of me in a 1v1 situation, but I'm just gonna literally manipulate this to how I can fight against it. If I was a little bit better, we could have probably finished up on this, but my aim is so bad right now that I need to massively improve on it. Here we go again. This is good, this is good. Guy can fly the Gladius though, really, really well. I kind of want the sun to come up. I'm trying to get it a bit lower into this sort of stuff. Also, let's just double check, because if they bring a wing in, that's it, I'm fucked. I'm struggling to fight this person right now. If they bring a second ship in, I'm fucking screwed. Alright, back into the radius. We're gonna keep on to that 2 circle. Oh shit, there's a secondary ship. Who's that? Oh, it's an NPC. Fuck. I got a fucking... What is it? Is it a hawk? Oh, it's a fucking hawk. It could have nasty guns. Shit. Oh god, it's got distortion. I need to be careful with this, chat. Very careful. Come in. fight, dude. Good fight. Fucking really good pilot. You little shit. Fucking causing me trouble. We get some GGs for that, dude. That is one hell of a Gladius pilot. Right. Oh, sweat over. Sweat over. Jesus, fuck. And that's a prime example of I am in a 1v1, this guy will fucking wreck me. But in two-circle fighting, I can win through that. Sorry if I missed any chat, guys. Oh. I think it's just purely down to acknowledgement of atmosphere that managed to get in that win. Any other time, like if I had gone into space, I would have lost. Guaranteed lost. Did you hit him in the radius fight? Yeah. So in the beginning, I damaged the engine with one missile, Space 99, right? So that, obviously, depending on the status of the Gladius, it could have been where maybe there would be a bit of tolerance, right? Which means that it won't turn exactly as the other pilot will want to. And it was on the, if you saw the, so basically, there's a Gladius, this is me, and we're doing the radius fight, right? So we're going in, we're keeping into the two circle, as they are definitely stronger in the one circle fight. One circle being nose to nose kind of situation, two circle is more nose to tail. And as we're going around, basically the shields, I managed to whittle the shields down and get close enough to do damage on the hull of the Gladius. And you could see in the second fight there, it couldn't turn as fast as it wants to do, and that's where we could get right behind and go out of the two circle into the one circle and get on the attack of that situation. But really good fight, really good fight. He'll just respawn and claim it back. Yeah. No, he doesn't lose ship forever. You can just go and reclaim and all that jazz. But yeah, that was a really, really good Gladius pilot. Very impressed with the maneuvering of being like, so we started off with the typical analyzing the fight where can I just push in and do some things, and the Gladius was pre-nosing, triple flaring, knew exactly how to counter my missile system, and we just basically tried to whittle it down a little bit. And then again, it's just attrition fighting. I cannot beat that person in a one-to-one arena commander style nose-to-nose fight. They will fucking wreck me. And that's where you have to acknowledge the fight in that sort of situation, and go, right, well, where's my strengths? My strengths are literally that atmosphere is my domain, and I fly very much like a jet fighter at certain times. Why did I die? Because I would have to go and repair my ship, and I'm gonna go and find it on the server, you know what I mean? I'm not wanting a round two with the same pilot. It took everything I had to get that job done without a wingman. Yeah, the sun hitting the silhouette. I know, it's why, like, atmospheric combat is so good. It just has that much better cinematic thing on it. Let me see if they replied. I don't know. I'm gonna do, I'm pretty sure I know the name, though. I think it was Max something. I think they've left the server. Maybe. Or I don't have it. Yeah. I'll need to look for the VOD on that. But yeah, very, very impressive. Really, really good pilot. Is it Manix? Was that it? Let me have a look. Ah, Manix. Was that it? Right. Let me have a look. Interested. Is that the right one? Yeah. Alright, cool.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Thanks, buddy.
I said good fight. I didn't get one. That's fine. Are you in the list, Ricky? Ah, nice. Hey, Game Data. I'm doing well, dude. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go for a bio break, and then we'll find another server chat. Oh, there we go. Alright, 2 minutes, guys. Oh, God, that was good. That was a good relief. 2 seconds. Why are there so many people? What do you mean? Fresh. Ooh. Once you got your guns on him, you aim to look fine to me. Again, my aim can be so much better. Yeah. Question, what's your opinion on the Nova Tank new hull HP? I don't know, like... It has 153k HP? What? Oh no, sorry. what's it under? Oh, there. Nova. Yeah, I'm checking out just now. So what we at? 10k. Load. Holy fuck. I mean, meh. It's still got 0 HP on the nose. You know what I mean? Again, it doesn't make sense that a tank can just be instantly nuked. And you've got to remember that in the future, we're not going to have HP. We'll have actual, a proper system like they have in like War Thunder and War tanks for ships and vehicles and all that jazz. So, again, if it stops at getting one shot, how big or how much does the Slayer do? What is the alpha on the Slayer? 1800. Oh, yeah. Alright, that makes perfect fucking sense then. Yeah. Yeah, so it's gone from being a one shot or a two shot to 5 shots. Yeah, fucking ease, man. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Again, you come down in a ship and you'll just kill that 117k HP in no time. Javelin does a lot to a tank. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We don't have these weapons in. The rail guns will kill them very fast as well, so yeah, it's fine. It's stopping tanks versus tanks like two-shot each other. Because again, you've got 1800 fucking alpha, and right now on live you've got 26. So you barely can take 2 shots, you know? So yeah, that makes sense to me. A tank needs to be able to take a few hits. And it literally is gone from 2 hits to 5 hits. That's not a big deal, personally. Plus, if you just torp the area with a size 9, dump fire the torp straight into it, that's it, gone. You know, the AoE will kill it. But no, I think that's good. I think it's good. It justifies it a little bit right now, you know. And none of the other stats change, so yeah, that's easy. That's no problem. I can't wait till we actually get systems like that in Game Daddle, because the railgun is cool, but I would love a javelin system. It would be really, really cool. I also would love laser guided. Laser guided bombs would be awesome. Easy peasy. There was meant to be what was it called? There was meant to be a missile launcher from the Xion, was it not? Or maybe it was the Banu. There was meant to be an alien missile launcher system. The Animus is just so garbage. They really need to make the Animus damage way more. Does anyone actually even know how much the Animus does? Star Citizen. I guess this will probably talk about an Emus. 150 alpha damage? You fucking what? What's the railgun then? $25.5? This can't be right. Also, the missile flies at 700 meters a second? What the fuck? I don't do enough FPSing to know if that's good or not. Do you think any other single-seat fighter could handle that fight with the Gladius better? I'm tempted to say no, due to agility. A lot of ships can rate fight. Salty. Ready salted, sorry. So the Saber, all these ships can, like the Saber would have been even better in that situation than the Arrow. Because its radius is just unparalleled to other things, you know? Again, that wasn't an arena commander fight. That was literally an atmosphere fight where I am pushing the other player into where I want to fight. Not fighting like you would in arena commander. So the only way you would ever be able to do better in the Gladius is if you have a ship that can keep up in a radius fight. And everything can. It's just how well you can keep into the turns of radius. Because there's a trick to it to keep your speed up. The moment you start adding in a lot of yaw, you cause drag. And you saw it sometimes when we were going round and round and round, faster and faster and faster with the Gladius, it would do this. That's basically the pilot is over yawing at that stage and causing a bit of flight lag, and I showcase this all the time on the show. And the Gladius is quite prone to flight lag. But so is everyone if they don't know it, you know?
Welcome.
This is why I prefer atmosphere flying over space flying all the time. Because having these turn fights are so much more about strategy than I sit in Arena Commander for 6 months straight fucking beaming people down. And obviously it might not even be that situation, but generally when you start seeing pre-turns and stuff, it's somebody that has a good knowledge, you know. No. No ship has lag on pitch. It's lag on yaw, just like it is in real life. And it's called flight lag. And it's basically when you create too much drag on the plane, or in our case, space ships, and you start to wobble, basically. And it's going to get even more, like, this is why I can't wait for controlled surfaces, because literally the moment that they add controlled surfaces into this game, Arena Commander fighting goes out the window in atmosphere. That's a fucking magic trick. Out the window. Because it doesn't become like what you're used to. So when you go into Arena Commander or you go into space combat, you know how you have these situations where and again, if you go and watch a lot of Avenger 1 stuff, you can see it, where you have this circling like this in space. And this is what, in Star Citizen, it's called the rate fight. You know what I mean? You outrate each other, but it's nose-to-nose combat. In modern day combat, it would be called a one circle, where you basically keep to where you're looking at your opponent and you kind of thing. But we don't have that in Star Citizen. But in Atmosphere, there's two methods of combat where you can radius fight, like you saw with me, which is basically keeping that speed going round and round and round and round, and eventually it gets to the point where my crosshair comes over your target, and it's like, oh shit, you know, I've lost the radius fight. But Star Citizen is pretty much 80 to 90% all about the rate 1 fight, which is nose to nose. But in the future, the moment we have control surfaces in the game, you'll be able to take people into the 1 circle and the 2 circle, and if they don't know how to fight, like say for example they're too used to fighting in the 1 circle, the moment they go into a 2 circle they'll get absolutely smashed because they won't be used to it, or their ship is maybe not designed to do that kind of movement. And this will be really, really cool for the game. It'll be really, really cool for the game. It means that people will practice space combat, but also you'll have people practicing atmosphere combat, and you'll have teams for different areas, you know? Some people might like space combat because of the way it is, but atmosphere will be very much like jet fighters having to bank and pitch is the way. Yeah, exactly. AC is a treadmill for fighter pilots. I mean, it's good in certain ways. The game is weird because obviously it's 60 OF, so in space it's very much this, you know what I mean, pre-nose. Like again, like you see in combat where the target's coming and you're flying like this, you know, pre-nosing, and then you're going up into it, stuff like that. I personally I can't stand this kind of flight because for me, I'm more of an atmosphere kind of person. So anything that involves in actually pushing the rate fights into vertical and horizontal methods just makes it more appealing to me, you know? So I hope we get to the stage where there's a lot of stuff for people to enjoy it in space and atmosphere, all these things, but there's a difference in fight. Yeah, exactly, Freaky, exactly. But that's why for me, I use the radius, or radius fighting, like what you saw in that previous fight. Radius fighting as defensive, because obviously in Star Citizen, it's not just get on crosshair and just brrr, you know, short bursts, you know, short distance rounds kind of style and kill. There is HP, it's a MOBA, sorry not a MOBA, it's an MMO, so there is breaking through somebody's shields, then there's doing other things and all that jazz, and unfortunately, that's just where the hell am I going? That's the nature of Star Citizen, where am I going, chat? There we go. Actually, Prash ad will be up. We'll go there. Ranging as well? Yeah, range fighting, you can call it, whatever, but technically it's 2 ships or planes going round in a circle. The problem you had with the Gladius was the pilot was spending a lot of time trying to pre-nose into a radius fight, and you can't pre-nose into a radius fight. You have to make your circle smaller. And pre-nosing in Star Citizen in that situation doesn't work, and that's where I managed to just get that win from that, was purely knowing that you can't pre-nose a radius fight. You have to tighten your circle and get your G's up and just keep at it and not chase the pip, chase the ship. But a lot of the time in combat, with average players, I'm not saying the Gladius pilot was average, I'm talking about is they chase after the pip, they don't think about the way the ship is moving. It's why I will always like with Avenger 1, for example. We had this conversation yesterday where, like, personally, I don't think he is, you know, like for flying and aiming, there are a lot better people, but he strategizes really well, and it's the same sort of situation there, that when you're outclassed by somebody in a certain method, you can change up your style a little bit and come back out on it. Obviously, after the first radius fight we had, and the Gladius got badly damaged, I have to give props that the Gladius pilot came back, even though the Gladius was badly damaged. you know, for me, I looked at that. I literally said GG because that or a good fight because for me, I don't care about the killing. I don't care about you know what I mean. Like if I fight somebody and they're better than me, and I manage to damage them and they warp away, that's a GG for me. That is, nobody has lost. It's been such a good fight that we both survived. Because again, I keep promoting this on Star Citizen. Survival is the win in this game. It's not about your fucking KD ratio. It's about being able to engage, go out of your way into certain things and survive. That is pro shit for me. And it's why I can never really get behind anything like Arena Commander and all that jazz. The sake of dying is just pointless, you know? The fight is what makes it good. The strategy involved, the trying to outwit the other opponent. And even if you both walk away with it, it's the same people or the same thing that you would find with pilots that were in World War I and World War II, is that they would have these engagements and both of aces would just leave the field. They would be so badly damaged, but they would have had that adrenaline pumping fight, and then they can also have a drink with each other, you know, in the bar kind of thing. It's that mentality that you don't have to cause a death, you don't have to have an explosion, you just have to have a good match. That's it. No, I'm not a real life pilot, no. I can fly in real life, but no. I actually wanted to be a pilot when I was younger, but I have the coordination, I am able to multitask 5 things at once, my colors and my visual range are fantastic. I'm just shit at maths. I can't process numbers in my head, and that's a big factor of being a pilot. So if I had that ability, I would have definitely been a pilot, because I wanted to go through all of it as into the RAF, but yeah, maths was what held me back, sadly. Everything else, fine. Maths, no. But if there's ever an Independence Day, then I can be a pilot. Something like that. Who knows, maybe they'll recruit me as a drone pilot. Yeah, I can't do maths at all. Like, my brain jumbles it up massively, where even basic math, like, can't do, what would you call it? Like anything like major equations and stuff like that, can't do it on my head, on the thing. Everything else sucks. It'd be kind of dope, not gonna lie, if they could actually fucking like do that Matrix kind of thing fresh, where like I'll get plugged in the back of my head and be like, I'll wake up and go, I now know maths, and you know Morpheus will bend over and goes, show me, and it'll be a fucking exam room simulator where I'm like, look at that, maths. That'd be so dope, man. I know maths, foo. Because that's the only thing that I struggle on, like. If in a combat situation you can occupy the enemy. Oh, again, like in that situation, right? So that Gladius pilot definitely better at me in rate fighting. Very good in the Gladius, in atmosphere. It's got 2 shields and it has a lot of burst to get things down. Really, really good pilot. Knew how to drop 3 flares every time I fired a missile. This is why I didn't spam the missiles out. I was trying to whittle down the flares. We managed to get 1 lucky missile in, which was dope. That did massively help us out. But that was definitely a situation where if I had Fresh with me, it would have been over in a split second, because I could have easily just radiused the person, and when they would then swap to Fresh, I'm then able to support. And it's one thing that I will always promote on this channel, is that you don't have to fly 5-10 kilometers away to get your shields up. You can literally do this in space, where you can go into an orbit of people 2-3 kilometers, get your shields up, feel safe, and just go round and around and around. And I call it radius fighting, which in real life is called 2-circle, but it's more of a defense play in Star Citizen. Maybe it'll change in the future, who knows. We have mass tournament here for thousands of dollars. Well, thank God I'm not entering that shit. You're literally flying with a calculator. Why do you need maths? Is the computer strong enough to do maths for you? Because again, you've got to sometimes, like say for example, in flight, you have to do it in your head basically. So you have to do like equations where, for example, do I have enough fuel? Like say for example, you have an engine short out. You have to be able to fucking calculate all the things in your head, or you're not allowed to be a pilot. You know, as much as yes, computers are very, very powerful these days and they can do quick maths instantly, you also have to be able to do things by yourself sometimes, you know? Like you can have a machine build you a desk, but sometimes having a desk built handmade will last longer, you know? Have an A through. Yeah, exactly. You can do many things in this game, and that's the cool thing about Star Citizen, is that you can be amazing and sweaty in certain areas, but you're never going to be good or like able to deal with everything, you know? Star Citizen a lot of the time is down to strategy, good teamwork, having it where everyone on your team knows what you're talking about, you know, knows how to play defensively, aggressively, knows the both kind of fly, all that stuff. And it's the same for anyone that was going to be doing groundwork. You know what I mean? Eventually down the line, you're going to be like, alright, we need this amount of ballista for this kind of job, and yada yada yada. And I think that's the coolest thing about Star Citizen, you know? I won't be able to solo my Idris? No, definitely not. That's for sure. I want to do a Cobra maneuver. To be honest, if you stole the Idris in the game right now, Pramster, I'm pretty sure it can do a fucking Cobra maneuver. In the future, I doubt it, because when control surface is coming in, that Idris is just doing this in atmosphere. Bang, you know what I mean? It ain't doing any of this shit like people do right now, you know? The moment that we have control surfaces, I would imagine that 890's carracks are not banking. They're more slowing down and then doing this turning maneuver and then getting up to speed again. Or, like a plane, they will, instead of doing a hard bank like you can right now, you'll do a slow curvature bank. So basically, as you're flying in a straight line and you see the horizon, instead of right now where all ships seem to be able to fucking bank hard and pull, you'll do more of a curvature like you do in modern day planes, where you bring it up, bring it around, and then loosen it off like that to level off. That's how I would imagine you'll have bigger ships in the future. Yeah, it'll be very, very limited. It'll be a very... I assume Hammerhead's an Atmosphere 2, Hammerhead's head... Yeah, it's too nimble because, again, there's no control surfaces, Chris. Everything's done on thrusters. As I describe it with people, this is how you see the basics of Atmosphere flight model. So if we lock ourselves down to in SEM speed, which is in the green, and we yaw, we can turn around on the spot, right? This is fucking dumb, okay? But it's part of the game. Now, if we release the catch and we go up to like 400, 500 meters a second and we also do it, there's flight lag. You can see that yaw is causing drag and it's lagging out my flight. And it's making me slow down. You see how I'm slowly getting up to max speed. Instead of getting up to max speed, I'm slowly doing it because I'm fighting against the air, basically, even though it's faked. And this is where, again, when you're going into radius, you want to literally just pitch, bank, and try and not upstrafe as much, because, again, the more you upstrafe, the more you fake uplift, which increases more Gs. So when you're actually fighting at 500 in the radius fight, it's more about who can go through the Gs and do certain things. So a little bit of downstrafe turns it around nicely, but you massively lose that high speed that you had. So you'll see a lot of times as I'm radiusing around that Gladius, I would have to roll out because I am pushing higher Gs, and yeah, like, unfortunately they've got it where some Gs affect, some don't in this game. So in the future, I would imagine that jets or like jet-looking ships will be able to do the old uplift kind of situation. But this is how I'd imagine bigger ships like a Carrack will be, where we can't do this at speed in a Carrack. So you'll be doing, all right, I need to get over to those mountains, and it'll be up into this sort of momentum, bring it around with your Carrack and leveling off. That's how I see big ships flying in atmosphere very soon when the flight model changes with control surfaces. Because again, they're not going to be able to do this. You know what I mean? At high speed. It's not going to happen in the Carrack or an 890. You're either going to be going very slow and yawing, or you're going to be creating basically like a rainbow, where you bring it up, you move it around like this, and then you let her off, you know? The ship combat looks really developed, but the ground combat looks janky still. Yeah, it needs a lot of work, yeah. It does need a lot of work. We have already the affecting wind surface logic in game, so do a pitch rate. So I do a pitch rate preference over yaw rate for quite a while. Well, again, that's how I won that fight, Freaky. Is I'm literally going round without yawing, and you can see the Gladius pilot was yawing, causing drag, and I was just tightening the circle every time. And that's the only way I managed to defeat that fight, was I just out-circled the Gladius. Watching on the drag, watching on my turning, keeping my speed up. Whenever it engaged, I would strafe up, strafe down to dip the pip a little bit, but keep that tight turn as we go round and around and around and around. It was the only way I could win. By just literally out atmosphering. Fighter combat is really not that good, actually. It's very, very bad. Hitboxes, hit detection, stuff like that is in a very, very bad place right now. A very, very bad place. Well, again, what's going to happen is, if you guys don't know, uplift is faked in Star Citizen, even in space to a certain degree. Because when you're traveling and you pull back, there's no uplift. It's just basically dragging the engines and stuff like that, right? And yeah, when you can't see, you can't see. But if you use upstrafe, it creates G's. So instead of you pulling the nose back and basically wind coming in and pushing you like this, basically, we have upstrafes that do that kind of stuff, you know? And that eventually down the line, I'm pretty sure we'll see the high G's on upstrafe go, and it'll be more about where you angle the vector. So as you're coming into a merge, maybe you'll decide to go, I want to go vertical to gain energy, so that when you actually dive down on somebody, you've got a good energy turn and you're not stalling out and all these kind of things. So there's many things that could happen depending on it, you know. But this all depends on how far they take the actual atmosphere, control surface, flight model, how far in depth they do it. They might not make it as crazy as I think they are going to do, but it'll definitely change the way that combat is done. Atmosphere combat will not be the same as space combat. There will have to be where you are spending more time going round in circles to fight upon people, forcing people into G-locks, all these kind of things. Because again, ships, and it really does annoy me when you can literally travel 400 meters a second. So we're in Mach 1 and you literally just go 180 and push in the opposite direction. That will change, because your thrusters are not able to do something like that. Even under low gravity, the momentum would be too much, and we don't have strict momentum in the game right now. And that will definitely change, you know? Well, I do know for a fact that when the new system comes in, when you lose a wing, you're pretty fucked in a fighter in atmosphere. Because you won't be able to create lift as much as you do, you know. Right now, like for example, when the arrow loses a wing, it can magically fly into space and fucking warp around. Nah, not happening. It's just gonna fucking spin and flop out, you know? It'll be the same as the Gladius, you know? Any ship that has wings will have a huge advantage of being able to turn, but when they lose components like wings and fins and all that stuff, they will then massively struggle. And that's where like cutlasses and stuff will have an advantage in atmosphere. They won't be able to turn like a fighter, but they will have the better ability to strip off a wing on somebody, and then they can take advantage on that. Ships without true VTOL will be screwed. Only for landing. VTOL is only used in modern day for landing, Grim Talk. So, this whole being able to go into VTOL in a cutlass and fucking fly off to Narnia, that'll go out the window as well. Your engines are not powerful to go fucking full rocket in that state, you know? Again, drag, lift, all this will be added in more detail. Could you imagine if they invented rip wings, people trying to pull 30G? Dude, I would love that shit. I would love it. I still think that you should black out the moment you start hitting 8Gs. That's just me. Because the average human tolerance is 6. And we're able to push fucking 12, 15 like it's nothing at times. It's stupid. I don't care what sweaty arena pilot comes at me and goes, oh no, it's in the future, yada yada. Fuck off. Alright? There's no way you should be pulling these turns without ever getting affected on it. And that's the biggest thing. Like when you do this tricording, or you manipulate the game by taking off the tail fin of the arrow, you break the flight model, which allows you to do batshit crazy. You take a scythe and you take its wing off, and it goes from 0 to max speed instantly because it breaks the flight model. This shouldn't be happening. And it's the same with you being able to pull 30 Gs in the car to all like it's nothing. You literally have them tricording 30 Gs and you're just like that. You know what I mean? Whilst I'm doing a 400 meter per second 8G turn and my guy's like this. Bleeding out the fucking mouth, you know? It's stupid. You don't think the suits would reduce G's on your body? You've got to remember that in 900 years, Rankton, human evolution doesn't increase on that. We might have the ability to accept a few more G's, but generally humans cannot go past 15 G's without having a snooze. It's not lethal. G's are not lethal to you, but you have a snooze. You black out, you red out, you go for a nap. And I don't give a shit what somebody says about technology. The fact is humans don't evolve in 900 years time. Now obviously we're cloning and we could do some gene whatnot, but again, all you're talking about a brain, like the brain is full of water inside, and how basically a lot of motion sickness is caused by your hearing. You know what I mean? Which is just the water in your ears splashing off your fucking bits and bobs inside, and that's what makes you go fucking, you know, dribble out. What if there was a medical pen as a consumable that increases G tolerance? I mean, yeah, you could do doping and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like, the problem is not the limitation of Gs online, it's the fact that you fly in one way and do 8 Gs and you black out, you fly in 15 Gs in another way and you don't even begin to black out. That's what I'm talking about. I don't really care about which is the number it starts at. They could do whatever, it's a sci-fi game. But it's the fact that it starts at 7 to 8 Gs in atmosphere, but if you're in a Carthol, you can push 30 Gs and nothing happens to you. It's broken. The moment you manipulate the flight in this game, Gs break. And this is why you have a lot of people doing this satellite motion on you shit, because you are locked up, but they're in this unlimited bubble of not blacking out. And that's what needs to change. They can make it where you start blacking out 15 Gs for all I care. Just make it a standard. If I hit 15 Gs, I'm blacking out. Not I'm doing 8 Gs in this ship, but I can do 15 Gs in this ship and nothing's happening, you know? Yeah, it just has to be balanced. So even if they add a pen in or they add in a flight suit that promotes better G-locking, I don't care about that. It's the fact that it's so unstable, you know? And you've got to remember that literally when Apollo was going around the moon and doing these kind of things, they were only doing like, what, 14, 15 Gs, and they were having a fucking snooze at that time, you know? And they're traveling at ridiculous meters per second. The problem is in Star Citizen, it's just broken. And this is where I hope they sort of fix it and make it where if I push 8 Gs and I black out, if I push 8 Gs in another ship, I black out, you know? Or maybe they can go, oh, well, the Carthol has a little bonus to it. Alright, cool, add a G. Add a couple of Gs, for all I care. Not add 15 Gs, you know? Like, it's so fucking stupid. No ship should be able, like the Cutlass. The Cutlass can go into VTOL and do 21 Gs, and the gunner is having a fucking snooze whilst the pilot is like, I believe I... Oh, actually, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do an R. Kelly song, should I? No, he's in trouble these days. Alright, well, anyway, you know what I mean? Like, literally, he's flying around in a circle, nothing's happening, the gunner's like that. You know? And if your G indicator is reading 21, you're already asleep. Yeah, yeah. A G effect limiter based on artificial gravitation could reduce the effect. Yeah, but not in a fighter, not in a Cutlass, you know what I mean? Ah, thank you, Papa Juggernaut. Appreciate that, dude. Like with you take a 600i or a Reclaimer. Of course, they'll create their own G effect. So when the ship is doing batshit crazy stuff, you know. But then again, you have to remember that if they put controlled surfaces in the future, you're not going to be going 20 feet off the deck in an 890 jump, or doing it in a 600i, or you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time, low flying or flight in general is very much faked. It's the same when you have a Star Runner. A Star Runner comes into the atmosphere and then just literally fucking pulls up. It would, because of its giant surface, the moment it pulls up, it's fucking flying to Narnia. Because it ain't slowing down in that situation. But you literally have 890s diving into Daymar, and like at the last 20 feet, they're like, there we go, we're stopped. You know what I mean? So all this goes out the fucking window. G's need to be an important thing to the game. In space, in atmosphere, and also this craziness of bigger ships being able to do bonkers flying, you know? Because again, they're so big, they're so heavy, and weight is not even considered in the game, so... I can't wait for all this change coming. Because it annoys me when you see a Star Runner being able to back strafe faster than an arrow can get behind it. And it's like... You fucking what? Or like a Carrack coming into atmosphere and it just stops. Just fucking stops. It's diving through the atmosphere, there's Shubin, and it just goes... It just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, well, we've had that topic before, Donkey. You know, we've had it. However, guys, today is a short stream. A very short stream. Had a great fight, but Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are my days of getting stuff done. We're back on Friday. Lots more to do. Hopefully there's a PTU patch tonight that fixes the crashes, and then I can go in and test out the problems with missile rearming and stuff like that. But right now, I just can't do it. It's too bad. So I'm going to go and get some food, because I've not had any food all day, apart from a shake this morning. So we're quite empty, and I need to go out and get a walk. Need some exercise. I'd highly suggest you guys do the same. If you've been here for the whole show, go out and get some exercise. Right. I'm going to send you over to the lovely Miss Borg. She raided us last night. She's playing her horror game right now. Please join in, support the channel, support the raid. She is an absolute derp, but definitely worth your time, worth your follows, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you all being here and all that good stuff. Everyone from here, appreciate you. Monaco Man, all the new follows as well, guys. We'll be back for more stream tomorrow. Hopefully a bit longer as well, depending on weather. But yeah. Thank you, guys. Exclamation mark raid if you want to join in. Let's blast it around. And then, yeah. I'll take care, guys. Space Jam, thank you. Grizzler, Redbeard, Donkey, Reformed, take care. Ready Salted, thank you for being here. Chris, Freaky, everyone, Papa Juggernaut, everyone, Recton. Have a great rest of your week if I don't get to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Two fraggers. Good night, guys. Peace.